Hello, my name is Alexis Haggerty, and I'm doing a synopsis on a change paper I wrote for a leadership course in the RN to BSN program for Nevada State College. The change that I propose is self-scheduling software, and which would also allow shift bidding on open shifts. The paper presents the change through the nursing process. So I start with assessment. The assessment on the current staffing situation is that it's very complex, a lengthy process for managers. There's preference scheduling, but a lot of times nurses don't have very much control over their schedules. So the staffing has become more complex because the nursing shortage has created need to fill positions through overtime or agency staff. The overtime obviously is hard on nurses, and agency staff is also hard on nurses because the agency staff isn't as familiar as with the policies and procedures and workflow on a unit. So it does create more work for the permanent staff. So implementing a software program would increase staff satisfaction through more control over their schedules, and it could decrease cost through nurse retention and not using so many agency staff to fill those positions. So the plan would be to implement this self-scheduling software system that would be specific to the needs of this organization. The goals would be to first have the software program pay for itself, because they can be expensive, running from anywhere of tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. But I show in the paper that this software program can also pay off vastly in reducing staff turnover and filling open shifts with current employees instead of using the expensive agency staff. So some hospitals have saved anywhere from $1 to $4 million a year just in those two cost-saving areas. So the other goal would be to improve, to have a staff approval rating of the new system and to improve staff morale. And the final goal would be to improve quality of care for patients, because the happy workforce increases the quality of care for patients. So the implementation of this would focus on collaboration from just about everybody in the hospital. We'd have to build a team to work on the project. The team would consist of clinical nurses, managers, staffing specialists, information technology that are familiar with the current clinical system in the organization, payroll department, human resources, and quality improvement department would also be involved, making sure that no quality is lost during the implementation and afterward. In fact, we'd like there to be an improved quality, which has been shown in other organizations. So first, we'd start off with the team would start off doing a thorough needs assessment to make sure we got a program that fit our particular organization and fulfilled our needs. Then there would be a robust marketing campaign to get the nursing staff on board with this, and we would do a thorough training program and a very we would test the system before we implement it and start roll out on one unit, because once one unit gets this type of software program, the other units tend to start to demand it. So that would be a positive thing for the acceptance from the staff. So after implementation, we'd have to measure and evaluate how that how the program is doing. So the ways we could measure the success would be looking at our cost savings through those things I described earlier. Staff retention, human resources would give us our new staff turnover rate, and also payroll would tell us the reduction in the hours of agency staff employed. The staff would all be surveyed to see how they like the program. There'd be adjustments throughout. We'd work closely with the whichever vendor we chose for the software program. And finally, the quality improvement department would show us the statistics on the quality indicators that we're measuring for patient care and outcomes. So that is my paper synopsis, and it's what I proposed. So thank you very much.